So, lately I've been playing Cuphead like a lot of other people. The game just came out, and I gotta say, it is a very difficult and very fun game. I mean, just looking at the cartoon style, you can see it's something clearly different, and it's something that's been long anticipated, I think, for like a few years now? I don't know. I just remember people have been talking about it for a long time. One thing that a lot of people are talking about is the incredible difficulty. I mean, just look at this. I can't tell what I'm doing here. I have no idea. Like, how do I get up here? How do I do this? You know, it just doesn't make sense. Oh man, this game is really hard. It's pretty much Dark Souls in 2D. I mean, when I looked at that text, I was like, oh, I gotta do, I got it. Oh, wow. Whoa. Huh. What a steep difficulty curve. And it teaches you so well, you just gotta read? Man, this is intuitive. I'm sorry. Okay, all jokes aside, let's talk about Cuphead. For the sake of not spoiling this game, because it is still fairly new and a lot of people are still probably saving up just a few bucks to buy it. I'm only going to show the first couple of levels. I started a new game to make this video. I'm actually a few levels further than I show. I'm still in World 1 though, because I haven't put too much time into the game, but I can already tell there's a lot of things about it that I really, really like. And yeah, the difficulty is one of them. I had heard a few people talk about the difficulty, saying like, oh, it's a really tough game. I figured most of them were jokes because they were talking about that reviewer who did so terrible at the game, which was that whole bit in the beginning of the video. But no, this game's actually quite difficult. It's pretty tough. I died so many times the first time I played through it, and I was up for the challenge. I like punishing games, and I haven't played a Mega Man-esque game for many years, so I was really excited to pick this up because I knew that I'd be getting both of those sorts of experience, because Cuphead is a lot like Mega Man in many ways. And the game is incredibly fun. It's, like I said, it's very difficult. The controls are pretty tight, the enemies are pretty, abundant. I'd say that there's a lot of them. And I'm really happy I bought this game. It was kind of on a whim. I remembered hearing about it, a few years ago, but it didn't really grab my interest. I don't know, I was into different games then. But nowadays I'm really into indie games. It's what I find myself playing most of the time. And this game fits the bill. It's pretty incredible so far. The levels seem to get a little bit easier as I went along in World 1. To sort of put things in perspective, I got past the plane level, which isn't even really that far. I just did a few levels in World 1, and I noticed that once I sort of understood, you can't, you gotta learn your enemies and stuff like that. Like, it was a bit easier for me to get down. And of course, you can upgrade Cuphead throughout the game. You can get different abilities, different weapons, and they all work together pretty well. And you get them by collecting coins throughout the levels, so it encourages you to challenge yourself to get coins that might be a little harder to obtain. And the whole game can be played in co-op, which is another great feature. You can revive your teammates by doing what's known as a parry on their ghost, and it can bring them back. I haven't played co-op yet. I'm really hoping to. It looks like it'd be a lot of fun. The game's pretty cool. I love the art style. I love the film grain effect all over it. I mean, it just shouts, 1930s, 1940s cartoons. So my first impressions of the game are very positive, and I'm probably going to be playing it for a long time to come. I hope to do some co-op, and if I can do some co-op, I'll get some footage of that and maybe put it up on the channel. But yeah, for first impressions, this is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. If this is a game that you've been curious about but don't know if you should buy, I would recommend it. It's a great 2D platformer. It's not as heavily focused on the platforming, I'd say. There are some segments of it, but it's much more sort of like a bullet hell 2D platformer. It's pretty incredible. I'd say if you're a fan of Mega Man, because I remember playing that game back in the day on the PlayStation 1. Holy shit, that was years ago. I'd say if you'd like Mega Man games, you'd probably like this. It's very similar in the way that it plays. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. There will be more stuff on Cuphead in the future, probably. With that being said, I'll see you guys later.